All right, this is Operations Officer, codename Windfall. I work for the CIA as a NOC since October 5th, 2009. So I'm using my somewhat useful tradecraft. I made two connections that I think are important. First, there was an article in the Seattle Times about a tree and gold. Okay. Uh, do you know the Vince Lombardi trophy that they give to the team that wins the Super Bowl is gold? Did you know that? All right. And in addition to that, there was a man near Macy's who climbed up in a tree and stayed up there for 2 days, and nobody knew why. But they had it was on the news, on KIRO 7, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So now I've made the connection between the man that climbed the tree, such as this tree, and the connection to the article about a tree with some gold color to it. I don't know. You look it up. I don't care. You analysts at the CIA and NSA, whatever, Homeland Security, you look that shit up because I think there is a connection. It has something to do with football. Yeah. Now, there was a man, Charles Kushan Sr., he was an Armenian man. He worked for the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, a very high security clearance, Q clearance. His son, I served with in the Army, Chuck Kushan, Charles Kushan Jr., which I think he worked in Texas transportation later on. He also went to Berkeley too. All right, so one day I was going with him, with father and son, to visit the other son who was sick with acute childhood leukemia, and anyway, I mentioned that I was kind of hopeful that they would find a way to do away with nuclear weapons, you know. And then he said, Senior, the father, said something interesting. He says, I said, you know, the mushroom cloud. And then he said, set him off. So he said, did you know, a mushroom cloud is any large explosion. It forms a mushroom cloud because when the smoke and whatnot rise, it pushes into the atmosphere and flattens out the cloud. I says, well, sir, I didn't know that. I didn't know that mushroom clouds were I thought mushroom clouds were only the word particular to nuclear weapons. And he said, no, any large explosion. So it looks like a tree. I says, what kind of tree? Well, like a weeping willow tree, for example. And what nuclear weapon could I look at to give me an example of having that kind of phenomenon? Oh, it says, well, look at the undersea tests that they did back in the 50s and 60s, no, 50s, before they did the test ban treaty. So I think I've conditioned it properly now. Now my question is, do you understand what I'm saying? I think you do. Anyway, go Raiders. Go Raiders.